Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and in this video we take a trip down the Mennock Pass to discuss the 600-mile ownership report of the Ford Escort LX Turbodiesel. Hello and welcome to Scottish Car Enthusiasts, and as I said, we're down at the Mennock Pass for our ownership report of the Escort LX Turbodiesel. So we got this car just towards the end of October. I think it was October the 21st or the 22nd. And the mileage when we purchased the car was 17,500. The car is now on 18,134 miles. So what's went wrong with the car in its ownership, in our ownership, and what do we like and what do we don't like on the Escort? So let's get on to what's went wrong with the car. So a week into ownership, the alarm started to play up, and I had to disconnect the alarm sounder in the boot. And then I came out a couple of days later and the car had immobilised itself. Now I'm going to explain why it's immobilised itself. Is that the car's got two keys. It's got the torch key and it's got what you'd assume to be the spare key. This spare key is actually for a different lock. The lock on the driver's door is completely different to all the other locks on the car. So to get into the car, you can use the torch key or you can use this key. But this key, when you unlock the door, for some reason immobilises the car. I've not figured it out because it's not got the red chip that some of the later Ford keys had. So to get into the car, basically unlock the passenger door, reach over, unlock the driver's door from inside. To lock the car, you have to lock it with a torch key, but you sort of have to play in the handle a wee bit until you hear the sort of central locking kick in. Shut the door, lock it with the driver's door key, walk around, unlock the passenger door, then lock it again, and it arms the alarm on the car. It's a bit of faff, but you do get used to it. So that's one issue we've had with the car. It immobilised itself within about a week of ownership. Other issues we've had with the car. Other issue I've had with the car, relating to the doors, is that I couldn't get the door to lock on this car, the driver's door to lock. A wee bit of fiddling about again with the door handle, and I eventually managed to get it locked. But I think that is the only issue we've had with the Escort as far as I can think of in the 2 months we've owned it. So what do I like and what I don't like about this car? Let's start with the don't likes. And this is not the, how am I going to describe this one? It's a bit of, again, another faff and another stupid idea from Ford. So I'll see if I can turn the steering wheel. I'll just turn the car on. I'll just straighten the steering wheel. And this relates to the windscreen wipers. So I don't like the windscreen wipers on this car because if you want to put it on intermittent, you push down. If you want to put it on to second speed wipers, you'd assume you'd push it down. No. You've got to push it up to turn them off again, then up. Why not just push it? Why not have it on a setting and just push it down, or you push it up twice, put the wipers on? It also doesn't have, when you squish the jets, it doesn't have a quick sweep of the wipers, you've got to manually do it yourself. So that's one thing I don't like on the car. Is there any other things I don't like on the car? Not really. That seems to be the only thing I really don't like in this car, as well as the door locking situation. But we'll maybe have to come and look at the door locking situation. Things I like about the car, it's got, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video, what's it like to drive. I like the tactile switches here. Pretty straightforward. These big chunky buttons for your heated rear window and your fog light. And yeah, it's not the greatest car to drive, but these never were. But it's been a quick 600 miles in the car. The sweet spot in this car is about 2,500 to 3,000 RPM is when you get a wee bit of turbo kick. But ownership wise, it's not been too bad. I've added alloys to this car. I've changed the stereo. The original stereo wasn't working. It was simply the case that it was a fuse had gone on it, but for some reason it wouldn't allow me to unlock the stereo. So I just thought I'll stick a new stereo in. We'll try and get one that's like a CD player, because I do like to listen to my CDs. It's also got the Bluetooth compatibility as well if I need make a phone call or anything like that, which is very rarely. But I can also stream my music through Bluetooth on it as well. And it's also quite handy for charging your phone. We've upgraded all the lights on the car. We've still got to do the tail lights and the side repeaters, but we've upgraded all the light bulbs on the car, upgraded the headlights to Osram night breakers. And I think our biggest outlay at the time has been the alloy wheels and tyres, which are the Mark IV Escort XR3i dogleg alloys, and they really have transformed the look of the car. We've got a slow puncture on the back right. I'm possibly going to get that checked or changed at the same time, because that one, there's a wee bit of cracking on it. I don't know how old that tyre is, but I'm going to get that changed in due course. So what's next for the car? Well, next month the car goes in for its MOT. I've also decided at the same time I'm going to get it serviced as well. Now, having learnt from the Cactus, I've tested this handbrake, and the handbrake could be adjusted. So it's definitely going to be going into Farmers Auto Care to get that checked over, readjusted. The brakes, car seems to stop well. It's just this handbrake. I tried it on a wee bit juvenile. I tried it on a snowy covered car park, and yeah, the car kept going, and you can also drive through the handbrake, and it's quite high, so that's going to get adjusted. And then I'm going to start tidying this car up. If I could get a pass on this car, I'll be very happy. A straight pass, I'll be very happy. But if there's things needing done, then I'm going to have to decide that will have to get done. Plans for this car in 2024. I'd love to take this car to the NEC for the Practical Classics and Restoration Show. Give this car a bit of road trip. And I also want to take this to, I think I've said this in the previous video, Festival of the Unexceptional. Because I was speaking to Mark on motoring at the weekend, and he was saying that you don't see too many Mark V Bs about. So yeah, I'd love to take it to Festival of the Unexceptional, just park it in the big massive car park. It's not going to go in concourse condition. and that's never a plan for this car. I've been thinking about this car and the fact that do I just tidy it up and flip it, or do I tidy it up, keep it, and we'll, again speaking to Mark said keep it for a year, do the show, see what you think. Quite like to tidy it up a wee bit, but it would never be a Concours car. I'd like to keep the car original. I still need to tell a story about this car, and that may be another video I'm going to have to do shortly. I want to keep this car true to what it is. It's not 100% body perfect, but I'd like to tidy it up and let it wear some of its scars, patina, as a bit of history to this car. If I do plan to keep it, I won't upgrade all the speakers. I won't. They look. I can see the speakers from the driver and passenger's door, and I can see the cones, and they look a bit knackered. So yeah, that'd be a nice wee upgrade to do. To upgrade the back speakers. And I had been thinking about putting like a sub and an amp into the Cactus. Might do it for this instead. But no. It's been 2 months, 630 miles, and I'm not enamoured with the driving, but I'm not enamoured with the driving, how it handles, but I do like this car. It's starting to grow on me. By the time this car gets back from the Mennock Pass this afternoon, this car will have covered probably just over 100 miles today. But it's my go-to car of the day. And then it'll go away again for a couple of days. So yeah, I just thought I'd just do a wee ownership report. It's maybe a bit rambled, but main things that went wrong: the doors with a central lock-in, the immobiliser, things I don't like on this car, wipers. And if I'm really picky, I've never really liked these steering wheels on the Escorts or the Fiestas. I just don't know. I think it's just it was one of Ford's first airbag steering wheels or second airbag steering wheels after the Mondeo. It's just so bland because the logo is down here, and you always think it should be in the middle. And Ford did address that later on in into the 95 Escort and the Fiestas as well. We put the steering wheel, the logo into here, but it just looks so bland. But no, I quite like this car, and the kids seem to love it as well, especially my wee boy. And wife, she's taken a bit of convincing, but she says it's the seats. She's been in this car as a passenger. She says the seats are far more comfy than her Skoda Fabia. And I think that's maybe just due to, I don't know what it was, I think it was some type of foam they put into these in the 90s. I can't remember. And they do go saggy after time. And I will be looking for seat covers for these in due course as well. But yeah, I'm really liking this car. Not for its driving abilities, but just as a nice little retro car to drive about in. And you do get a lot of people smiling, giving you the thumbs up, and people seeing them at car meets as well. Like we took it along to the Retro Shite meet last week, and there's people had maybe had these cars in the past and hadn't seen them for a while. So that's really about it for the 600 mile ownership report. The next video you'll probably see on the channel will be I don't know, I'd like to do the story on this car, and it's just getting the time to do it at the minute. Anyway, I'd just like to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and we'll catch you in a future video. Farewell.